This is the Roxon M4, yet another small multi-tool from Roxon, and let's go ahead and jump in and see what it has to offer. One of the first things we notice about this is that it has leather on each side, then it is made of plastic and metal parts as well. Now, one of the things that is unique about this is that it does have a locking system, and like with most of Roxon's tools, they are easy access. So some of the things I like about it is actually these tools on this side seem a little bit heavier duty than a lot of lighter small tools. Then you can push this plastic button like so, and it releases the locking tool. So let's go ahead and look at some of these other tools. So not only do we have the knife, we've got a depth gauge ruler, we've got a nail file, we have a Phillips driver, and you can use the adapter bits with that. And it can use the 4mm bit kit. And then you have the flat screwdriver, you have the can opener, bottle cap lifter, and then you have a pair of scissors. Now, when I tested these scissors out on paracord, they're not quite as good as some of the other scissors we see from Roxon, but they do cut through. It just takes a little bit longer, again, because these are smaller scissors. They remind me more like something from the Leatherman Wave, so they seem fairly comparable with something like that. Maybe not quite as good, but pretty close. And then we have the nail clippers right here, and you go ahead and depress that, and then you have the nail clippers, and they're pretty compact right there. And I've used ones that are very similar to this, and they work very good. And then you push this button back, and they fold in, lock into place. Then there's a magnet right there which keeps them in place. Then at the bottom you have this clip, and then you can attach this to a key ring or to a pack, whatever you want. Now, I will say this is a little bit thick for a keychain use. Now, before we go too much further, I do want to talk about this tool, but first of all, let's go ahead and look at this. And Roxon says the M4 is 64 grams. It is made of 5CR15 MOV, 420J1 and J2, and ABS and leather. So again, this is a pretty cool tool, but this is $25. So I like Roxon, and these tools at the back definitely seem pretty good. A knife, the scissors, all this, but this tool is very close to the Roxon. It's got the nail clipper as well, and this is $10 cheaper. And look at this, it's a lot more keychain friendly. It's a lot thinner and not as bulky to use in the pocket. Now you can see, I believe I got this off Amazon. I saw one on Amazon, the same thing for $15, so I think that's where I got it from. And I've been carrying this in the pocket probably a week and a half, 2 weeks, and it's already got a lot of wear on it. But what I like about this is this also has the flashlight. It has a flashlight. Now, the scissors are not as good as the Roxons. So if we were to bring out the paracord, let's go ahead and close the rest of these. And the tools are not locking either. And the scissors are not near as good, so I don't know if I can even cut through the paracord. So yeah, eventually I can. But the scissors definitely are a little bit inferior to Roxon's. And again, the rest of the outside tools on this side are not as good as Roxon's as well. So you can see that the knife is smaller, and then this is your cuticle tool as well. But not only does it have the flashlight, which Roxon doesn't, but you have, I guess this is for your ears, and then you have a pair of tweezers, which is sort of cool. But one of the things I like about this is you have your nail clippers, which seem to be about exactly the same, and they have the nail file back here, but these nail clippers stay in place. So they don't lock, but there's enough tension that once you bring it out there, they're not flopping around. They're pretty much right there in place. So one of the things that I'm a little bit frustrated at with the Roxon is that the nail clipper just sort of hangs out. So that's one of the things I'm not a huge fan of. Now, obviously, when you're clipping your nails, you put your finger under here, and I guess it's not an issue. But I don't know. I still just not as big a fan of that. And also that the Roxon is so much wider as well. It's almost twice as thick. Not quite, but almost. So I guess those are some things to consider. I'll put links for both of these in the description below the video. Let me know what you think. I'll probably put a poll out as well, so you can decide. This right here on Amazon, I think is OUTU, maybe? OUTU, something like that is the brand name, but I think it's made by several different brands, one of those Chinese tools that has different names attached to it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.